Hey guys, Sam here. I have my buddy's right-handed AT and I wanted to take a few minutes and show you how to install my thumb rest on the AT rifle system. I have a video about the AX and this is slightly different, but it ends up being the same install once you put in an extra part. So before I start, I just want to let you guys know Sniper's Hide. My name is Sam B300. And on Facebook, I just started a business page, and my business is called Accuracy Obsession LLC. Right now, there's nothing much on the page. If you want to like it and follow it, you can keep track of any updates. Once I get pricing and everything for ordering, it will be there. But for the time being, if you want to hold back on sending me PMs or messages, I won't be able to book any orders until I get parts in hand. So to start out, 2.5 millimeter Allen, you take the 2 screws off the back grip, and then 3 screws on the side panel. I already did that, save a little bit of time. You take the weak side grip panel, set that aside, the bolt side take off, and you want to take that AI logo button, pop that out, set that aside. That's going to go in your parts bin. So now what we've got is these flush cups. So you've got your strong side flush cup here, and this has a 2.5 millimeter Allen head screw in the middle of it. And then you've got your weak side flush cup, which is kind of a captive where the strong side threads into. So with some people's guns, depending on how much factory thread locker there is, you might need to hold on this with your pliers or maybe your hand and unscrew this all the way out in order to get those two parts. So let me do that quick. I have this loosened already. So you just unscrew this, and you take the weak side piece, and we don't need that. It's going to go in our parts bin. So what you have is this goes through the chassis and threads in like that. So this piece set aside. This piece we want, but the screw we're going to replace. So take the screw out, set that aside. Take your long screw from the kit, put it inside, just like the factory one was. Now this is going to go on the weak side. So this is going on your left side if it's a right-handed rifle. We're going to take this metal insert. This is the part I was waiting for from the AX. This metal insert's going to go on your strong side. That screw goes on the weak side, and it threads in. So let me try and do that quick. If you want, put a little bit of thread locker on there. It's probably not a bad idea since I do use this weak side flush cup since I run a suppressor. So when I carry the gun barrel down, I actually like to use this flush cup location rather than the rearmost one because the gun rides up a little higher. So when you get this snug down, basically it's pretty tight, you know, maybe an eighth of a turn, and it's locked down. And this is just how it is on the AX. So here's your bolt, here's this metal insert, then you've got your flush cup. Now the install ends up being just the same as the AX. So we take our right side skin and our thumb rest. The thumb rest has 2 bosses. The skin has 2 holes. Pop it in there. Next, you take this plastic piece with the metal threaded insert and you put it in where that AI logo button was. So there's a flat and a flat. And you put it in there. It should be flush with the plastic. You could put it in backwards, but you could tell that that's not how it's supposed to go. So you put that in, and you take your shortest screw, this tiny one here, And you're going to thread those two together, screw them together. And this is basically going to be hand tight plus like a half turn. Seems to work okay. You don't really need to crank on it or anything. Once you do that, it's pretty solid. So you put this grip panel on, take your medium length screw, it's the only one left. This is what's threading into that metal insert. So what I like to do is screw it down until it kind of hits resistance and back it off like a turn so that there's a little bit of play, just so that when you assemble the two sides there's a little bit of wiggle room to get everything together. So you take your weak side grip panel, you know the drill here. So you do these three. I'm not going to show the threading in the screws on the back grip piece because that takes a long time, as you know. It's easier to do when you have the stock folded. So once you've got these three tightened, don't forget to tighten this one. So go till it has a hard stop, and then again another quarter turn, half turn. This is compressing the plastic into a metal insert, so you don't need to go nuts on it. It's going to be pretty solid. Alright, then you put this rear panel on, those two screws, and the install's done. At this point, you've got your thumb rest, it's operational. Just like the lefty video I showed. It's a really nice position. I'm still going to send a few more out to some buddies and get a little bit more feedback before I release the final version. But ultimately, I think it's in a pretty good spot, and maybe just a few subtle tweaks, and that should get it exactly where I want it. So, hopefully you guys like it. I'm looking forward to getting some feedback from some friends, and hopefully I'm hoping to have the newest, most final version of it printed and running for a PRS match. I have the second week in June. I've already run it in a local match and I really liked it a lot, so I'm hoping I can make it even better, and then once I finalize it I'll have them ready to ship, and I'm thinking they're going to be about $30 for the whole kit. And I'm still looking in to make sure that I can do Canada and Australia. For sure anything in the US is going to be good to go. I just want to make sure with ITAR and all that, the regulations, that I'm kosher there. Any questions, hit me up on Sniper's Hide or Facebook, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks, bye.